from Hamster Wheel Publishing. This is Freewheeling, the show that answers your questions about veterinary business and leadership. With me, Dr. Dave Nichol. So welcome to this next episode of Freewheeling. I am in the city of San Diego today, having escaped the blizzards that are sweeping across the UK at the minute, being a bit smug in the lovely sunshine I'm enjoying here. So I hope you're all safe and well back home. Wrap up warm. Now, today's question on Freewheeling comes from Claire Smith, who sent in through the Facebook page. Claire's question is a great one. She asks, I'm the only full-time vet in my practice. I love my job and my colleagues. I'm terrible at saying no. Where do I start? Fantastic question. This is actually one of the big problems that we have in veterinary medicine, or actually in life in general, is our desire to please or our desire to avoid conflict. Both things lead us to saying yes to things where might not be the best decision. We continually say yes to something. What happens? We end up overloaded and eventually we stress out or we don't do things very well. That compounds our stress. We end up feeling a bit miserable and the negative cycle goes on. So one of the time machine things that you can do in order to build a little more time in your day is to learn how to say no in a nice way. Okay, so there are 5 answers. Whenever anybody asks something that's a demand on your time, there's 5 things or 5 replies you can give them. Yes puts the thing fully on your plate and crushes your time. No might well piss them off and have them go someplace else, or if it's a client, go someplace else. If it's a team member, bitch about you. So how do we what is the middle ground that allows us to preserve our time and also keep people happy and keep them on side? So here's 3 little tips in the middle that you can use to help out. Okay, so the first one is, somebody asks you to do something. Let's imagine it's a team member asking to take some holiday time, some vacation time, and they want to do it in the next 2 weeks. So one of my team members comes along and says, hey Dave, can I book some holiday or next Tuesday? Well, instead of saying no, I can say, look, I can't let you book the holiday then, but we have a gap in the roster in a month's time. Would that work for you? Okay, so you're not saying no, you're negotiating on a better position. Okay, so that's a nice way that you cannot say no. The second way is to say, I can't do all of that, but I can do some of it. Okay, so let's say somebody asks you to do some project work. Somebody asks you to, again, it might be a team member, ask you to mark their essay or to do some project work. Think about it. Do you have to do all of it, or is there a bit you can help with, but you can divert them to another resource, or you can just help nudge them along? So somebody says, hey, could you review and mark this whole assignment? I might say, because I don't have enough time for that, I might say, hey, look, I'd be happy to review it, but I'm not going to be able to go through and mark it for you, and would that be helpful to you? Okay, so you've not said no, you've helped them out, you've reviewed it, you might give them some feedback, but you're actually saying, look, this other thing over here, which is going to take twice as much time, maybe that's not going to be possible for me to do right now, okay? Which leads really nicely into number 3 option, which is to say, I can't do it, but let me point you towards somebody else who can. Otherwise, that's deflection. It could be delegation as well. There's sort of a little subdivision there, okay? So somebody says to you, hey, Dave, can you, if your name's Dave, that's my name, all right, say, hey, Dave, can you help me out with doing this procedure on Tuesday? And I might say, hey, look, that's not really within my skill set, or I'm fully booked on Tuesday, but have you tried Emma? I think her roster is a little lighter, so maybe ask her. So that's another option. And you can combine these things as well. So you could say, hey, have you tried Emma? I think her roster's a little bit lighter. If not, I can help you a month from now. Or you could say, look, I can't do all of this bit of this project, but this little section of it, I can definitely help you with the ultrasound. You might need to get somebody else to help you do the x-rays interpretation. Okay, so you can actually put these things together. It allows you to keep control of your time. Time is the most valuable asset you have. You should guard it with your life, absolutely. It's far more valuable than money. You'll never get time back. And so they're my little tactics for how to create a little bit more time in your day by saying no in a polite, nice way that keeps you on side with your team. Got it? Awesome. Be safe, be well, be happy. I will see you in the next episode of Freewheeling. thank you for listening to that episode of Freewheeling. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a rating or review on iTunes. That would be much appreciated. Now, if you want to have your question answered, hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. It's at Dr. Dave Nicol. That's DrDaveNicol. I'll see you in the next episode.